What's up, everybody? Welcome to RDNA. We'll play a quick video, then I'm gonna get into it.
I knew it was bad when Kobe got in trouble. I said, this is a wrap for us. He's one of the most wholesome dudes we had. Lock him up, everything. And Kobe kept it together. Thank God he held his game together, because if he was cracking under pressure and getting like 6 points a game, the whole LA would have known that nigger is guilty. Kobe was playing his ass off. He was playing like his freedom depended on that shit. You see this motherfucker in them games, this nigga trying to beat that case on the court. Like the judge threw him the ball like, play for your freedom. If I could talk to Kobe, I'd be like, just relax, you'll be fine, man. Because the public is still giving Kobe the benefit of the doubt. He's one of the few black celebrities that get that. Not because he's...
What's up? What's up? If you haven't guessed already, I'm about to wax a little bit about the fallout from Kobe getting his Oscar on Sunday for Best Animated Short Film. And, when he won the award, Twitter went crazy. Making references to, since Me Too is big right now, and this video is in no way to disparage or take away from the Me Too movement or Time's Up. This is just more about the fallout and how, I feel like it's hard for people to live things down. And like I said, this isn't a defense of Kobe, but, in light of that situation, I would use this as an opportunity to talk about that subject. And plus, other people have kind of spoke to me about it, and I asked, what subject you want to talk about. And it was, how much time has to go by before you can live some shit down, So, Kobe Bryant was charged with sexual assault about 14, 15 years ago. And, I'm not going to get into a lot of details of the case, but it ended in the young lady who had accused Kobe of sexual assault. She decided she didn't want to testify, therefore there was no case. And in lieu of a civil trial, Kobe chose to pay the young lady a settlement. And I'd hope, as much as I can understand the people that are skeptical about settlements and people who pay settlements, after being accused of something. And, the first thing that comes to mind is that, well, if you didn't do nothing, why would you pay? And, maybe right offhand, I'd feel the same way if it weren't for the fact that if you could just make something go away, when you just make it go away, without having to drag your other personal business into the mix. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that a lot of times it's necessarily the details of that particular incident that leads people to settle with their accusers or whatever. I think is that it's going to dig out so much of their personal lives that basically those people are paying for their privacy for the most part. And like I said, that's not to say in every case, but I would assume that in some cases, because I'll be real upfront. The reason why I don't make a lot of videos like this is because I see things through so many different lenses. There's so many possibilities and variations, of a situation or a scenario. And I promise you, I think about all of them. I think about every last one of them, and even after making these videos, and some might go on, 10 minutes. And I promise you, I still, once I'm done with the video, when it's posted, I still haven't got all my thoughts out, because I've thought about most of this stuff like over a great period of time. And, back to the topic anyway. So, Twitter went hard on Kobe. You know what I'm saying? There was, time's up for everybody except Kobe, I guess. Stuff like that. And, and having it had been such a long time ago, and there was only one accuser. There was that one incident. And, none of us can say that we were there. you know what I'm saying, and knew what happened in that hotel room. You know, we know the young lady's account of it. We know Kobe's account of it. And we know the end result. But the actual details and the facts of it, none of us were there, you know. And so it's hard for myself. It's hard for me to pass judgment one way or the other, you know. And this isn't somebody who, at the time when that happened, I'm not even speaking at this by like from a Kobe Bryant fan standpoint. I'm speaking of this just as a man, you know, just observing the fairness and, you know, the level of objectivity that's being used, or the lack of objectivity that's being used, you know, with the way that some of these people pass, or just incidents have been rehashed, you know. And you know, and I say that because it's disheartening for me, because my perspective is a lot of time informed by how I would like to see things if I were in that same situation. You know, if I were in a situation where I was accused of something, you know, I would, I would appreciate the benefit of the doubt. I would appreciate not to be dragged through the mud. And if things turned out in my favor, and I wasn't, you know, found guilty or found liable or whatever the case was for whatever, you know, the allegations were, that I could live the rest of my life in peace. You know what I'm saying? And every couple of years, or whenever something happened, when my name come up, you know what I'm saying, that's what comes up, you know. And like I said, this don't really have that part of it doesn't have, only using Kobe as an example of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, a jury didn't decide whether or not Kobe Bryant was guilty of that young lady's accusation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sitting here saying he was or he wasn't. I'm not saying that Kobe's lawyer wasn't really aggressive. But like, with that being said, that was Kobe's lawyer. You know, she was getting paid to do a job, and she wasn't supposed to do her job, you know, any less to any less of her capabilities, just because the person on the other side of that case was a female. You know, so you know, it doesn't make any sense. And like you understand, there's sides to every situation. You know, on one side you got Kobe's family hoping he gets through this situation. You know, on the other side, you got the victim, or, you know what I'm saying, the accuser. You know, her family want her to have some justice, some peace. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's three sides to it, like Charlamagne the God say. There's three sides to it. Your story, my story, and the truth. And sometimes the truth is there in the middle, but it's not even about that. It's about when due process is met to the level that it's met to, and there's an outcome reached, but you still can't get past it, you know, because I don't see where Kobe Bryant has anything to do with Harvey Weinstein. Everybody, male or female, has something, you know, something in their past that they may not be proud of, you know, an incident, you know, that during this same time, you know, whether it could be you or I, that if we were in the public eye, and then all our records are out there for whoever and whatever to see, and then all of a sudden you put in the bag, you know what I'm saying, with everybody else. When, hey, every situation has circumstances. Circumstances matter. You know, we know. None of us are naive. Just as much as we know that somebody could do something bad, you know, and be guilty of a crime, you know, be it rape or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, people also tell lies. You know what I'm saying? People also make up stories. People also do things and regret them later, or whatever the case may be. And that's not to take away from anybody's story, like I said. But I feel like when due process has played itself out, you know, and recompense, you know what I'm saying, is made, you know, then the person should be able to move on. You know what I'm saying? Right down to O.J. Simpson. You know what I'm saying? O.J. Simpson, for whatever it's worth. You know, some people believe he's guilty, some people believe he's innocent. I really don't know. But I do believe that if I were O.J. Simpson, I would love to be able to live the rest of my life without my name coming up every year. You know what I'm saying? Not because you necessarily guilty, Not because the legal system says you're guilty, but because the court of public opinion has sentenced you. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the brand that you got to wear for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? You got to take whatever trolls and punches come because of that. And you know, I can't think of a single solitary human being that if it was them, they want to live like that. You know, especially if you had met all the criteria that need to be met. You know, it shouldn't be a public thing where everybody can just jump on the bandwagon like, oh yeah, he got accused of this shit. Let's kick this motherfucker because we can. You know, I don't think that's cool. I don't think anybody want to live like that. You know what I'm saying? And I say again, this isn't a defense. It's just like, okay, when is enough? I read something today earlier that said, just in light of the fact that Kobe won the Oscar on Sunday, is enough reason to go back and read the transcript from the damn deposition for the rape case. Really? Really? So just because he won an Oscar, it's enough reason to go back and read some 14-year-old shit that ain't going back to court, that ain't being picked up, there ain't gonna be no TV movie, no miniseries, nothing. There's nothing. There's just somebody with a platform that saw a subject, their eyes lit up. Oh man, I can get some hits on this. Let me write about this Kobe thing. Me too, it all goes together, man. Just drop right in my lap just in time. And not to say that what some of those people do isn't important, man. It doesn't shed light on stuff. But some of it is clickbait. It's just clickbait. You know, it's not helping. It's not helping nothing. It's just, hey, did you know? And again, I just say as a human being, you know what I'm saying, as somebody who, I have children, you know what I'm saying, and if my sons were accused of something, you know, and they had to face public fire, and then, you know, whatever happened, and they were, you know, exonerated or whatever, I like to believe they could live the rest of their lives without having to hear about the shit they was accused of, rather than the shit they had actually did. You know, because things you're accused of aren't things you actually did. Not according to our legal system. So, that's the way I see it, man. And like I said, everything varies depending on what seat you in. You know what I'm saying? Whatever goes down, man, they're gonna be somebody on the victim side. They're gonna be somebody on the accused side. You know what I'm saying? So that shit is just what side of that shit you fall on. You know. And you know, it's a tough thing. You know. But I really believe that people should be conscious, especially now, because it's so easy to kind of just get so caught up in the moment. Oh, we got this movement, we have all the, you know, there's all this momentum, and then you start, the casualties start piling up. You know what I'm saying? For people who, for what it's worth, had went through whatever process they need to go through, but because this is happening, they're drugged back into it. Like they don't get to go on and move their lives, and that's not because they don't want to. It's because they're not allowed to. You know, but look, that's just my thoughts on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not trying to be an apologist for anyone, but I think that, you know, that there has to be some level of discretion. You know, when it comes to how we continuously, won't let things just go away. You know, when all the criteria has been met, and whatever the ramifications are, the end result is, you live with that. You know, because the people that went through it, that signed on for it, they went through it. They moved on, for whatever it's worth. But it's a lot of times it's the people that didn't have nothing to do with it that's always dragging it back to the forefront. For whatever reason. Like I was talking about clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Like right at the end of this video, I'm going to figure out a title to get as many hits as I can on this video. Because I want eyeballs on it. I want people to hear my opinion. And I want to hear theirs if they have one. You know, so with that being said, this is RDNA. I am Mr. Williams. Until next time, I'm out.